to make your own athletic sleeves with this quick and easy tutorial.
To make our athletic sleeves, you'll need some pattern paper to cut out your pattern. You need your 4-way stretch swimsuit material. You need your thread in whatever color you choose, swimsuit elastic, and some weight, a measuring tape to measure your arm, some sort of a marking tool, pen and paper to mark down your measurement, cutting tools. I have to measure my arm so that I know what size to make my athletic sleeve. Starting at the top and however far you want your sleeve to reach, I would take, and this is tricky, you might want somebody else. You take your measuring tape and you figure out what measurement you are. Then your elbow and then your wrist on however far you want it to come down. I cut out this rectangle. The 12 inches across here is my upper arm. And the length of this, which was 16 and a half, is the length from here to my wrist, my upper arm to my wrist. So now I need to mark the width of my wrist and the width of my elbow. Using my ruler, I'm going to make a line down the middle of this paper. So I'm even on this side. That should be about the middle. So that's my length. And now from the middle, taking the middle part, I'm going to do the measurement around my wrist, which was 6 inches. 6 inches right there. I'm going to start at 3 right in the middle. So that should make it even on both sides of that line. I'm going to go about a half an inch down on both sides. All right. And then on the elbow section, it was 9.5. 9.5 inches. So half of that is about 3 3/4. So I'll make a mark here and here. So that gives me about the size of my sleeve. So I'm going to fold this in half, right down that line, and I'm going to follow these marks. I'm going to kind of curve it in because it's not straight. It's kind of got a little bit of curve to it, just a slight curve. So I'm going to go from about here, and I'm going to curve it into here, and then I'm going to curve this a little bit and curve it right into there. So there's your sleeve, and now I can cut it out. So I can cut it on this line. The thing about this is that I did not put a seam allowance on this because I'm going to use a serger. So all I really need is about maybe 1/4 inch of seam allowance. Okay, now I'm going to go kind of flat like that, and it's kind of flat here. So it's like straighter here and straighter here. So when we fold over the material, for the hem, it'll make it even. You get your material, lay it out. This is where you're going to be cutting out your sleeves. So now you apply your pattern piece, and I'm moving it. I have a selvage edge here, so I'm moving it over a little bit so I'm not hitting that selvage edge. And I put on my weights to keep it in place. You can mark it with some sort of a pen, marker, chalk. Well, you need to cut 2. I'm just going to go ahead and cut this out, trying not to pull it. So I have right sides together, pinching at the edge. So I put the edges together. As you can see here, the edges are together, and I'm putting it under my presser foot and making it flush. And then just making sure that it comes even at the end here. So I'll kind of pinch those and let it go through. So there it is. There's the seam. We are finally ready to put in the elastic at the top, and that's what makes it structural up around the band. So here is your swimsuit elastic, and we're going to put this in here. So I'm going to turn this inside out, and I will start with the wider side first. So here's the edge. Figure about 1 width from the elastic, fold it over, maneuver it under your machine, kind of stretch it a little bit. So if you don't have a serger. You can use a twin needle that you can get at the store, but you have to have a zigzag machine to do it because you have to have enough room in your faceplate for 2 needles to go up and down. So on the wrist part, I'm folding over about 1/4 of an inch. Produce. Narrow, wide.
If you liked this tutorial, like and comment below. Subscribe for more. Thanks for watching.